Hello, thank you for joining me today. I'm God's servant Maxwell Nnawuihe. Pastor Enoch Adeboye defends Bola Tinubu, says that he has done enough. Pastor Enoch Adeboye is the General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, RCCG. He has come out openly to defend the President of Nigeria, Bola Tinubu, and said that he has done enough. In fact, he gave him credit and kudos and accolades that he has done enough. He said it openly at the Washington, D.C., the Faith Heroes Award Gala night. He looked at the crowd and he said so clearly. Let me read it from the article. Let me read it. The General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Pastor Enoch Adeboye, has defended President Bola Tinubu against criticism over worsening insecurity. Has defended the president against criticisms over worsening insecurity. Defending the president over worsening insecurity. Saying the president has fulfilled his responsibility by issuing directives to the military. The president has fulfilled his responsibility by issuing directives to the military. That's the end of his job. That's all he's supposed to do. Just issue directives, and that is the end of it. That ends insecurity. So he has done enough. So why is he coming out in 2027 when he has done enough? Speaking at the U.S. Nigeria Faith Heroes Award Gala night, organized by the Save Nigerian Group in Washington on June 23rd, Adeboye said those blaming Tinubu for the country's security challenges were unfair in their assessment of the president's role as commander-in-chief. Quote, I need to make this one clear. I don't support those who are accusing the president of not doing enough. So, Pastor Enoch Adeboye doesn't support us. Doesn't support anyone who is saying that the president has not done enough. So, he is taking sides with the president. Remember that the wife of the president of Nigeria, Senator Remi Tinubu, is an ordained pastor in the Redeemed Christian Church of God under Pastor Enoch Adeboye for over 13 years. Don't also forget that Pastor Professor Yemi Oshibanjo, the former Vice President of Nigeria in the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari, was also an ordained pastor in the Redeemed Christian Church of God. Don't forget it. We'll be coming back to all of this. I will take you back to 2010 and I will take you back to 2020. And then we compare the positions and the body languages and the actions and the responses of Pastor Enoch Adeboye during 2010 under Goodluck Jonathan, during 2020 under Muhammadu Buhari, and now 2026 under Bola Tinubu, how he reacted to insecurities, to economic hardships, and most important and critical national matters. Just follow me. That he don't support those who are accusing the president of not doing enough. When the commander-in-chief has given instructions to his subordinates, he has done his bit. You don't expect him to go and put on khaki and fight. That was what Pastor Adeboye said. You don't expect the president to put on the military uniform to go and fight. Why did he campaign to be voted in as the president of Nigeria? What office is he occupying as the commander-in-chief? Is it only to issue directives, or to see to it that the directives he has issued were executed and implemented to the letter? And failure to do that, he holds those who received the directives accountable, right? Commander-in-chief, you just issue command, you sign a paper, and then that is the end of your job. If it is implemented, executed or not, it is not your business. This is the pastor, one of the most influential religious leader in Nigeria, the general overseer of Redeemed Christian Church of God, defending the incompetence of the incumbent president. Listen, Drawing a comparison with the United States, he added, when my friend Trump gives instructions to go and bomb anywhere, he doesn't leave the White House. He has done his bit. I hereby command, bomb Iran, and then he goes to his bedroom and sleeps. The rest is left to the supporters. He goes to his bedroom and sleeps. Is that true? Those of you that are watching now, if it is true, type in the chat section. Is that true? The pastor is comparing President Donald Trump with President Bola Tinubu. That when President Trump issues a command to go and strike or bomb or take military action against any threat, that he goes to his bedroom and sleep. Is that true? Is that true? He has done his bit. Despite defending the president, Adeboye acknowledged that insecurity had deteriorated and spread to parts of northern Nigeria, spread to parts of southern Nigeria. Things have gone far, far worse than before the bomb came. Things have gone far, far worse than before the bomb came. He said, referring to the US bombing of the Islamist terrorists last December. So he was now shifting the blame of the worsening insecurity from the incompetence of the incumbent president to the action that the president of the United States took against the ISIS targets in Nigeria during December 2025. He is now indirectly or directly telling the whole world to shift the blame from Bola Tinubu and put it on President Donald Trump for bombing the ISIS target in Nigeria. He is now standing as a shield to President Tinubu, his tribesman, his tribesman, Yoruba, and he is pushing the blame to the President of the United States. Why did you come and bomb the ISIS target in Nigeria? This is the same pastor that is claiming that the insecurity in Nigeria. In 2010, he protested. We will come to that. In 2020, he protested what is called prayer walk. In 2010, he wrote a petition to President Goodluck Jonathan on the 11th of October, 2010, telling him that they are going to stage a 1 million man march protest against insecurities in Nigeria. In 2020, he came out himself and led a protest. We will come back to that. Now, he is telling the whole world that the blame is to be put on the president of the United States, not on the president of Nigeria, because the United States president came and bombed the ISIS target. And as a result of that bombing, insecurity has gone far, far worse than before. But remember, the president of Nigeria came out and gave official statement and made official statement that they worked in collaboration with the US president. They were on the same page. They agreed. They supplied intelligence to the US president or the United States in the bombing of the ISIS targets in northern Nigeria. Pastor Adeboye has forgotten the official press statement of the presidency or the official press statement released from the office of the president of Nigeria, Bola Tinubu. Let's continue. Let's continue. Far, far worse. So bad that they are asking, where is your God? That is how bad it is. The terrorism, kidnapping, and so on that were in the north are now even at my doorstep. They have come all the way down to the south. And of course, the sponsors, they are all known and they are still moving about freely. So I've explained that. He is telling the whole world, shift the blame of the worsening insecurity from President Bola Tinubu to President Trump for coming into Nigeria to bomb the ISIS targets in Nigeria, while forgetting that President Tinubu and President Trump, they agreed, according to the official statement of the President of Nigeria, they agreed, the Nigerian government approved that the US president should go ahead and bomb the ISIS targets in northern Nigeria. The cleric disclosed that he had discussed the country's security situation with President Tinubu and the First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, who is also an ordained pastor in RCCG, which is Redeemed Christian Church of God, about 13 years ago, under Pastor Enoch Adeboye, urging the president to issue a firm directive to the nation's security chiefs. Remember what he said, that the sponsors are all known. The sponsors are all known. What is the responsibility? What is the oath of office that the president of Nigeria took to protect lives and properties of Nigerians? You have known, you are aware, you are in the know, you have the record, you have the information, you have the intel of the sponsors of this terrorism. They are all known to you. What action have you taken? When Pastor Enoch Adeboye was comparing Donald Trump with President Bola Tinubu, what action has Donald Trump taken so far in the case of Venezuela, in the case of the Middle East, Iran, currently going on right now? What actions has he taken? We'll come back to that. According to him, he advised the president to give military commanders a 90-day ultimatum to eliminate terrorists or resign. Mandate to eliminate terrorists or resign. I told him to tell all the military boys, all the Army, Navy, and Air Force, you have 90 days. Wipe out this rubbish or resign, and then take care of the supporters, the sponsors. 90 days ultimatum. Give them 90 days deadline to bring this insecurity to an end, or you resign. Resignation here talks about accountability. Take care of this terrorism, bring it to an end. It's an assignment which they also swore to carry out in the interest of Nigeria, so to speak. Failure to discharge their duty, resign. Resignation here talks about accountability. Now, who issued the ultimatum? Who is to issue the ultimatum? The president, the commander-in-chief. When this ultimatum is issued and the military chiefs or the service chiefs fail to carry it out within the deadline or the window of 90 days, they are expected to resign. Why has he not given this ultimatum? Why has he not given this ultimatum? What is he still waiting for? And now the same pastor turned around to defend him. Remember, he has not given the ultimatum. He has not issued it. Even if he has issued it, and now the security chiefs or the service chiefs have not been able to carry out this deadline to meet the deadline of exterminating these terrorists and bringing to an end kidnapping for ransoms, and they have not resigned. Who is supposed to hold them accountable? As the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Nigeria, President Bola Tinubu. He has failed in the instance of the ultimatum. He has failed in the instance of holding them accountable. And now the pastor is telling every one of us, don't blame him, he has done enough. Now, he said, Adeboye described the sponsors of terrorism as influential and wealthy individuals, including politicians and business people, insisting that tackling them was crucial to ending the violence. I quote him now, you know them. You know them. Some of them are businessmen. Some of them are politicians. Go after them. You know them. Who was he talking to? This was a statement in his meeting with the president of Nigeria. He was literally telling the president of Nigeria, Bola Tinubu, you know them. You know, do you see how people, in a bid to protect their tribe, in a bid to defend the indefensible, end up shooting themselves in the foot? He is a respected man of God, a great influence in the religious cycle in Nigeria, commanding millions of followership and membership all over the world. Now, look at how he has reduced himself, trying to launder the image of the president. Remember that the government of President Bola Tinubu, the administration of Bola Tinubu, paid $9 million to the DCI group at Washington in order to cover up or deny the Christian persecution or killings or genocide in Nigeria. Remember that when it began to backfire, the wife, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, traveled to the US, and some media houses refused to yield their platforms to her for interview in order to defend what the husband is struggling and fighting to defend. Now, the third attempt was Nnawuihe. Now, the fourth attempt is a pastor, the GO of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Washington, D.C. Yes, he went on a gala night, but indirectly, narrative control, which I'll be speaking shortly after now in the part 5 of our teaching series. Narrative control, perception, advantage, assertiveness. He was trying to seize that opportunity of that very platform at the Washington, D.C. to launder the image of Bola Tinubu, his tribesman, to push that narrative, to influence the emotion of the people, to begin to see President Bola Tinubu in a new light, coming from a revered religious leader. He said to the president, you know them. You know them. So, is the president not to be held accountable, rather defended? Should the pastor not hold the president accountable, rather defending him? Because he's from Yoruba. The wife of the president is a pastor in the Redeemed Christian Church of God under Pastor Enoch Adeboye. Compare this with what is happening among the Igbos and the Biafrans in the case of Nnamdi Kanu. Do you see how Yorubas, they work very hard to protect and defend their own? Do you see that they don't take their own to the slaughterhouse for butcher? They protect and they defend their own, regardless of how imperfect, incompetent. They defend and they protect their own. Son the Igbo, they protected him, they defended him, they fought for his freedom. They even gave him a chieftaincy title, and he is rolling in billions, enjoying himself. No name calling, no press statement, no memo from the DOS, no memo from the Afenifere, no memo from the Southwest Governorship Forum, the caucus of the Senate, Southwest. No press statement, no political witch hunting or political persecution. They have defended Sunday Igboho from his disappearance or his exile in Benin Republic back to Nigeria till today. Still protected and defended, regardless of the different religion, regardless of the different faith inclinations. They protect their own, they defend their own to the letter, and they don't care what you say, they don't care what you do. They do it boldly, brazenly, openly, without any consideration of how you feel, even if you are the member of their church. And some people will come under the comment of the video of the major prophet of God, Maxwell Nnawuihe. These are Igbos, these are so-called Biafrans. And they insult and disparage and they call me names for speaking out the truth in defense of what is collectively for the well-being and interest of the Igbos. This is shocking. You should be worried right now. When you look at the dance of shame going on among the Igbos in the case of Nnamdi Kanu. Oh, Nnamdi Kanu is a betrayer. Oh, Nnamdi Kanu is a thief. Oh, bring him and let us kill him. Oh, we cannot protect evil. We are evil. We are Republicans. Look at how people are shamelessly dancing naked in the market square, thinking that people all over the world will, oh, they don't tolerate evil. Oh, those people, they are so disciplined. Oh, those people, in fact, we can do business with them. We can trust them because they don't shield evil among themselves. You don't know that the more you do this, the more you expose your foolishness, the more you expose your idiocy, the more you expose your shameful side to the full view of the whole world. They are all watching how shameless you are. You can see the pictures of bleeding communities and billions made from kidnappings. Yet, this pastor is so bold to say that the president has done enough. He has done enough. And he is seeking for second term. He has done enough. You have watched the viral video of the wife of the president, the first lady of Nigeria, Oluremi Tinubu, telling the whole world and telling Nigeria that the husband has done enough, that they have done enough.
To start roasting corn, or somebody even said about grand, you see they're saying that kuli doesn't take much. We didn't give them a loan, we gave it to them as a grant. So we encourage Nigerians as best as we
roasting of corn.
What is within our hands, I have given.
That they have done enough, that they have done their own bit. And that is the reverberation at the Washington on the 23rd of this month, June, by her pastor, Enoch Adeboye. Think about that. He has done enough. Mass abductions of school children in Oyo, they are still in the bush. He has done enough. Bandits ravaging the entire northern Nigeria, kidnappings on the highways. You watch it, you see the video, you hear the commentary, you watch the analysis, and you are hearing this from one of the influential men of God in Nigeria. He has done enough. Kidnapping camps in bushes, even down to the southeast. Yet, the most influential man in the religious circle is telling you that President Tinubu has done enough by signing a paper, a directive. He has done enough.
He contacted US. He called a meeting of the big officers. What he told them, I don't know. And I don't need to know. Because he's commander-in-chief. And when the commander-in-chief is giving instruction to his subordinates, who are you to be there? And after all, and this is, I need to make this one clear, I don't support those who are accusing the president of not doing enough. When the commander-in-chief had given instructions to his subordinates, he has done his bit. You don't expect him to go and put on khaki. And when my friend Trump gives instruction to go and bomb anywhere, he doesn't leave White House. He has done his bit. I hereby command, bomb Iran. And then he goes to his bedroom and sleep. The rest is left to those who are supporters. So what he told the military officers, I don't know. All I know is that on Christmas Day, a bomb landed. Maybe just to let us know. I mean what I'm saying. But then, of course, the Iran war came in. And I think he's still busy dealing with that. He's almost finishing that now. So thank you that you asked us to meet tonight. So that
Nigerian leader of the regime Christian Church of God came to Tinubu's defense. He says that Tinubu has done everything he can to be able to stop terrorism. That Tinubu himself cannot go put on the military pants to go and kill the terrorists. He says that we should be looking at the ones below him. President Tinubu is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. He is the president of Nigeria. He is the one who is responsible at the end of the day over all of Nigeria. When you have issues in the church or issues in a business or issues in a country, you look to the leaders. You don't look to the ones below. It is the leaders who have authority and power. Shame on you for defending him. Adeboye, I ask you, how many villages have you gone to that have been attacked and burned? How much money have you given to the victims? How many widows and orphans have you left to die? For 2 decades, as Nigeria has been ravaged, where have you been? The villages I have been rebuilding are the ones you should have already built. And instead of holding accountable the ones who should be flocking to defend the citizens of Nigeria, you are protecting them. Shame on you. In the same way you are supposed to be the shepherd to your flock, President Tinubu is the shepherd to Nigeria. And the killing has only continued. In fact, it has gotten worse. As a Christian, if your pastor does not stand for what is right, you should no longer go to that church. Go get fed elsewhere. Go follow someone different. The Oyo children are still sleeping on the bush floor. Christians are still being massacred in Bokos and in Plateau. Sokoto and Katsina, Nigerians are still being killed. Stop defending and hold people accountable.
Before our president came in, everybody knew that the major reasons why we were having financial problems, we'll be having it all before he came in, is the fact that a lot of money was being spent to import petrol. How can we be importing petrol? We have this in abundance here. We spent billions of naira on our refineries. They didn't work. So we can be able to keep on importing. That's why when the president came in, the very first day he came, he said, this money they spend in importing petrol, he says he cancelled it. And we were all rejoicing. Hey, thank God. But some people were angry. Those who were making money from importing petrol. And they decided, okay, we will create a problem. And all of a sudden, Naira began to go down fast. I cried to my people, let us pray. Thank God some people joined me in praying. Because the way Naira was going then, if God has not intervened, by now $1 will be about 10,000 Naira. But God stepped in.
To start akara business doesn't take a lot of money. To start roasting corn, or somebody even said about grant, you see they're saying that kuli doesn't take much. We didn't give them a loan, we gave it to them as a grant. So we've encouraged Nigerians as best as we could. What is within our hands, I have given.
Subscribe on YouTube, TikTok, X, Facebook, and Instagram. Follow Maxwell Nnawuihe for more updates. Follow us on YouTube, TikTok, X, Facebook, and Instagram for more updates.